From all the sins of the Torah, 613 commandments, 365 restrictions. Which restrictions are subjects to the biggest punishments of the Torah? Forbidden relation, all kinds of prostitution, all kinds of not modest acts. They are in the highest category of sins. Bigger than eating not kosher, sometimes bigger than murder. Even the punishment of the murderer not always reach sex crimes. So what do you see from here? That in the eyes of the creator of the world, lack of modesty, it's not a joke like some people think. It's a very, very serious point that brings many tragedies to each one of us personally and to all of us as a nation. I make sins, he suffer. He makes sins, she's suffering. She makes sins, I suffer. That's how it goes. We all one unit. One time a married woman was with another man that is not her husband. For 1 second, the marriage is over in Shamayim. She can't go back to her husband. He cannot take her back. He's not allowed to forgive her. The marriage is finished. The kids will be destroyed. They won't have parents. She should have thought about it before. She can never go back to her husband, and she can never go back to the man that she was with. And that's not even the tragedy yet. The real tragedy is waiting for her when she died. I can't even tell you the amount of punishment that this woman gets. Can't even describe it in words. If you read it in the books, people have no idea whatsoever the price that they're going to pay for doing it. There is the sin that's called wasting seed, which means a person that wasted his seed without his wife in a kosher way. Every drop of seed is a horrible sin, even if it was not intentional. But not intentional is the third section in hell. Person goes in, his soul gets clean like a dry clean for the soul, and one day he comes out of there and go to heaven and cash on his rewards that Hashem owes him. But if it's intentional waste of seed, he goes to the 7th section, which is the lowest, and the Zohar, and it appears in Reshit Chochmah, in the chapter of Ira, of fear. It's appear over there that there are 3 sins that once a person make them, he goes to the 7th section. If he dies without tshuva, without repentance, if he died without tshuva, he goes to the 7th section and never ever come out of there for eternity. I know it's hard to believe, but that's what it says word by word, and I'm not the one to modify the Torah. Now, let's read some of the things that Rabbi Aaron Rata, Shomer Emunim, wrote in his book. It says like this: Kol hagalut, all the exile, v'chol hatzarot, and all the problems, that what every person has in person, and in general as a nation, is all coming because of that sin, modesty and wasting seed. It's destroying the foundation and the life of every person. The Gemara said, the Rambam writes, that first of all it makes the teeth weak, the roots of the teeth. It makes the person smell from his underarm. It makes bad smell to his gum and his breath. It makes his hair loose. He loses hair even from his brows and from his eyelashes. That's how weak it makes the roots of the hair. It brings all kinds of sicknesses. It destroys the parnasah. The parnasah, the living. Person is looking for a job, he goes crazy months, he cannot find because of that sin. Even if he has a job, even if he makes a lot of money, he's seen no blessing in this money. There's no blessing in anything he does in his life. Why? Because of the horrible sin of Gama Brit, annulling the holiness of the covenant of the Brit Milah.